Hello besties, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time of seeing my video, please kindly subscribe, like, comment and share. So on this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how I decorated this fondant football cake for a 13-year-old Brian. It's a very beautiful cake and the reviews I got from the cake was really amazing, so I thought to share with you how I covered it. So usually, like I crumb coat my cake with cake crumbs mixed with buttercream. I have that recipe, or rather I have that tutorial on my channel, so you can watch how I crumb coat my cakes using cake crumbs and buttercream, just in case you don't want to use chocolate ganache. But alternatively you can use chocolate ganache, right? So here I already have fondant is ready. I just rolled out my fondant and I covered it. Like I said, when your cakes are well crumb coated, you don't need a thick amount of fondant to cover it. You can see in this video that the fondant is really thin. This cake is 8 inches by 10 inches high and I used just 1 kg of fondant to cover it. And you can see that I have excess fondant left over. So I always advocate for bakers to properly crumb coat their cake, allow it set if you have the time, but if you don't have the time, you can go ahead and cover it with fondant right after crumb coating, right? So you will see me sprinkling water on the cake before applying the fondant. That is because this crumb coat was already dry, so you have to just apply water on it, or if you have a steamer, just steam it a bit before you apply the fondant so that it will stay on the cake. If not, it will just fall off the cake when you're trying to cover it, right? So like I said, you can refer to the video on how I crumb coat my cake on the channel. It is on the channel. It is very simple and easy, something you can do. I always say that in my videos. And of course, how to make the most beautiful and stretchy fondant for all weather, I have that recipe too on my channel. Just search for fondant recipe, you will see it, right? So like I said, we are decorating this red cake, football team cake for Brian. So I thought to share with you how I decorated it. So this method of cake covering is called paneling method. It's a method by which you just roll out your fondant thinly. If your cakes are well crumb coated, you have the top cover, you apply the top first, smoothing it, flip your cake over and then apply circumferentially. It is very easy, something anybody can do. If you've been watching my videos, you will see that this is one of the major methods I use in covering my fondant cakes because it's easy, it saves fondant and all of that, and it is very fast. So after covering it, you just smoothen it out with your cake smoother here and then you start the process. I've already covered it. I had to flip it over and then just pull this part under because this part was showing the cake, so you just pull it under. There's no cause for alarm at all. When you're covering a cake and one particular part is showing, it's as if the fondant was not enough to cover it. So all you need to do is flip the cake over and then drag it down and you are good to go. So here I felt these boards were too thin for this cake, so I had to glue these two together so that it will carry the weight of the cake. So that is just water I'm sprinkling on it so that the fondant can stay. And then the other thing I used to glue the two boards together is just hot glue gun, something I bought in a cake shop that you can use to apply your ribbon to your cakes. You can use to gum anything at all when you're decorating a cake. And then here, this is an embosser I just thought to use it on the board so it will give this wood effect on it. Is it wood effect or something? I don't know, but just this effect you see on the cake, right? So you just follow this process and you have a beautiful imprint on your cake board. You can as well use this for cake decoration. I have a traditional wedding cake that I decorated using this embosser, right? It's something that is very beautiful. So after covering your cake board, you see that most of my videos, when I cover cake boards like this, I cut off the middle, right? But here I just thought to leave it out like that, though cutting off the middle helps you save fondant. But here, this is a leftover fondant that I've had for some time, so I didn't want to keep it again, so that was why I just used it to cover the board, right? So when you're done with that, just dust off the icing sugar from your cake. This really helps a lot when you're steaming it. It will help the steaming process really fast, right? So when you're done with that, like I said, it's a football team cake. So you start attaching the fondant that you cut out for the football effects on the cake, right? So before you do that, this is just water. You apply water on the cake so that those out on the body of the cake, well, you note that water is very important so that they can glue on it. So I cut out these pieces out using fondant black and white. We know that footballs are usually black and white, so you just have to, you know, cut it out like this, and then you start applying it. So this is the cutter that I used. If you don't have this cutter, you just cut out, draw it on the paper, cut it out, and then use it as a template to cut the other ones out. But having the cutter makes it much easier because I did not struggle to cut it out. So cutting it out, you have to thin out your fondant on your work surface. After thinning out your fondant, you just cut it out. It's as simple as that. I'm sorry I did not show you that part, but I think it's something anyone can do, so that is why I did not show it, right? So the arrangement of this is very important, because if you don't arrange it like this, you may not get it as beautiful as this. You can see when I was trying to put that one, it wasn't the actual side, so I had to turn it, you know, so to give me the natural beautiful football effect on the cake, right? This is your first time of seeing my channel, please kindly subscribe, comment, like and share, and of course drop comments, drop questions. I mean, if you have questions, you know I respond to questions when I come online. If there is a delay, just know that I have not seen it. If once I see it, I will respond to it. So you continue with the arrangement just like that until you are all done. So just continue with the arrangement. Note that when you are doing this, you have to cut out more of whites. The blacks are just little ones. So you see what I did right there? I put it, it was too big, I had to cut it out, right? Just like that. You know, just have to be creative with this thing, and then go on to the other side, right? Just like that. So like I said, you have to cut out more of white because you'll be needing more of white than black, right? So that is exactly what I did here. Yeah, all done. So I noticed there was no water there. I had to glue them all together. So here I'm not using a happy birthday topper. I just want to write his name, and then I'll cut out two of these hexagon shapes, one in white and then the other one in black, because one I want to write his name on it, and the other one I want to write 13 on it, because I told you it's the 13th birthday, right? Just like that. And I want to specially thank my subscribers for staying glued to this page. You don't know what it means a lot. It means a lot having you here, seeing your comments, seeing your likes, seeing your shares. It's really encouraging. It helps me drop more videos for you. Kindly let us know where you're watching us from, and I will send you a hug in my next video. So this is a mold, because like I said, the cake is for Brian. So I needed to cut out this mold, to use this mold to, you know, cut out the name, right? So when I did this, I realized that I didn't have to put it on the black, so I just removed it and put it on the base of the cake, and I used another mold or another imprint for the name. So you will see it here. This that I did, I had to put it on the base of the cake, right? Then I used another cutter. So this is what I eventually used, because the other one wasn't coming out. It wasn't coming out as I wanted, so I had to use this particular one. Then what I did was that I painted it gold, right? This is just luster dust and edible spirit. So that was what I did here. Then we are almost done. I started attaching everything to the cake, just like that. So if you don't have a birthday topper around, or you don't have at home or in your studio, and you want to quickly write, this is one of the fastest ways to write, right? So here are those fudge balls that I made, and I bought these. I bought them, they are store-bought, so I just put them on the cake and it's already coming out. Do you like the cake? Please let me know on a scale of 1 to 10 how much you like the cake, or what you would have done differently. We are sending a special hug to Blessing Golochukwu. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please drop your comments for me, and I will send you a special hug in my next tutorial. Thank you. See you in my next tutorial. Bye.